On August 28th, Georgia College hosted a Times Talk program in the Georgia College Library. In light of recent events such as the Zimmerman trial, these talks touch on a subject that has many sides and drastically varying opinions. Students gather around host speakers Stephanie McClure and Sarah Dowd as the talk took place.
Really important part of it for me was how many people we had to come, and I think that we heard from a lot of folks with lots of different perspectives. That's the part that makes us nervous, I think, about having conversations about race, is what we might hear from people who are different from us, but I think it's really necessary.
I was very impressed at how many people came out because it is something that our society as a whole needs to talk about, these different perceptions on this big event. And it made me even happier that Georgia College students showed up to take a rational, hopefully rational look at this emotional outcome.
Many students shared their opinions and feelings about the case and gave other examples related to the trial. These talks allow students to share ideas in a friendly environment to encourage discussion.
As I said at the end of it, I really hope that some people will continue some conversations they wouldn't have had otherwise with people they wouldn't have met otherwise. I don't think that conversation in and of itself is sufficient to solve the problems that we have with race in this country, but I absolutely know it can make a difference. So that's my hope, that there are some students on this campus who haven't ever had the conversations before and who discovered that their heads didn't explode and that they can do it, and looked across the room and saw someone that they didn't know, and on the way out down the stairs said, "Hey, you want to grab a cup of coffee and continue this conversation?" That would be fantastic.
Even though they're uncomfortable to talk about, being uncomfortable is where you learn something about yourself.
Sean Michael Noah, GC360 reporting.
I really think that it's an important discussion to have on campus, and I think that this Times Talk was absolutely necessary. I'm excited that so many people showed up. Maybe if they focus a little more on that and begin to change within themselves, then we can make some more progress on our campus and nationally and then globally.
Right? If we're going to have conversations at all about race in the United States, having them outside of same race groups is really important. Incredibly difficult, and for some people really terrifying. But as I tell my students, I've never had anybody's head explode just from having the conversation. So you might be uncomfortable, you might feel nervous, your heart might race, your palms might sweat, but unless you have some sort of disorder that I'm unaware of, it won't kill you. And then it's the possibility, and I mean, I don't mean that to be flip, but it's the possibility that the conversations can save someone's life.